Liberal MPs, including Immigration Minister Lina Diab, attempt to defend Canada's controversial temporary foreign workers program as Conservatives call for it to be abolished. Boy, did she take an absolute ass kicking from Michelle Rempel in the House of Commons yesterday. And then the gloating of Rempel afterwards on X was a real treat. I like to see Conservatives be cocky and aggressive. We have had it, I think, with meek Conservatives. Anyways, let's watch this video.
Prime Minister promised to grow the economy, but it's shrinking. And since he took office, tens of thousands of jobs have been lost. But the Liberals are on track this year to bring in the most temporary foreign work permits ever. It's so bad that a former Liberal immigration minister just said that they admitted that they let industry become, quote, addicted to temporary work. And he's right. Amid the PM's pledge to cut the public service, even the Liberals are using TFWs to fill federal government jobs. We've talked about buying Canadian. Why isn't the Prime Minister making people hire them?
Hear, hear. The Honourable Minister of Jobs and Families.
Mr. Speaker, temporary foreign worker use is down by 70% in this country. Less than 1% of our workforce is temporary foreign workers. What? And in fact, in Canada, Canadians come first for any available jobs. That's why the department has a rigid rules
Lise.
For employers that are looking to fill vacancies with workers from other countries. And Mr. Speaker, if employers are abusing the program, they receive serious penalties, including banning from the use of this program.
The Honourable Member for Richmond Hill South.
Only a Liberal Prime Minister could promise to secure our border and fail in just 6 months. Over the summer, asylum claims from illegal U.S. crossings spiked dramatically, piling onto a staggering backlog of nearly 300,000 unprocessed claims. Many of these are likely bogus, yet claimants are immediately entitled to work permits, health care, and benefits on the backs of Canadian taxpayers. Another broken Liberal promise, another bait and switch, because he's just another Liberal Prime Minister. How much longer is the Prime Minister going to keep our border open and let it become a backdoor, unplanned stream of economic migration before he finally takes action? Great.
Good job. The Honourable Minister of Public Safety.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. While the opposition is concentrating on, making assumptions and speaking about things that are not there, let me tell you that with the asylum system, our numbers are down 40%. We've also introduced Bill C-2, which will strengthen our border. And this legislation is in front of the House. We campaigned for, and Canadians have gave us a mandate, so did Conservatives, and we hope that the Conservatives will help us pass
The Honourable Member for Abbotsford South Langley.
Fix Canada's immigration system and broke that promise. Up to 500,000 people have overstayed their visas in Canada. Teens can't find work, healthcare is overwhelmed, housing is out of reach, and crime rates are soaring because of the Liberals' reckless policies. The Liberals continue to maintain high levels of immigration and won't even remove those who are non-citizen criminals convicted of serious crimes. The Liberals have had all summer to find these non-citizen criminals and remove them. Why didn't they?
The Honourable Minister of Citizenship and Immigration.
Mr. Speaker, I know Canadians are concerned. Our government has been working tirelessly, and we understand that we need to see a return to sustainable immigration levels that fits our capacity and that serves our growth. And that is exactly why we are focused on our levels plan with reducing both temporary and permanent residents in this country, and we are seeing results. We're bringing population to sustainable levels and decreasing the pressures on housing and services. We are focused on solutions on this side of the House, and there is legislation in front of this Parliament, and we hope that the Conservatives will support it.
The Honourable Member for Calgary Nose Hill.
So let me get this straight. The Prime Minister promised to grow the economy, but it's shrinking. He promised he'd create jobs, but Canadians are losing it. We're in a healthcare crisis and a housing crisis, but the Liberals still issued record numbers of TFW permits this summer. They continued to let the asylum system be abused, and they still haven't removed countless non-citizen criminals. Mr. Speaker, why does the immigration minister still have her job?
The Honourable Minister of Jobs and Families.
Mr. Speaker, temporary foreign workers make up less than 1% of our total workforce. In fact, this is a program where employers must demonstrate that they vigorously and actively looked for Canadian workers, because Canadian workers come first, Mr. Speaker. If an employer is found to have violated this program, there are severe penalties. There is also a tip line, Mr. Speaker, so that if Canadians or any member of Parliament feels there's been an abuse, this can be reported to officials and it will be investigated.
Why? Rempel is right. Why does that woman still have her job? I couldn't tell when the immigration minister, Lena Metlage Diab, which one of us was having the stroke. Like, was I having the stroke? Was she giving me the stroke, or was I confused by watching her have a stroke, just stroke right out, because she doesn't know her file in the House of Commons, and she is on a file that is of great importance to all Canadians right now. I'm starting to think that Mark Carney is trying to surround himself with people who are worse than him, because the sun can only shine on one, right? Fraser is terrible. Diab is
Gregor Robert,
a nightmare. Yeah. So maybe his idea is all things being relative. If they are terrible and I'm just bad, then that would make me good.
Yep. And their claims are just patently ridiculous. To say that temporary foreign workers make up less than 1% of our workforce, have ridiculous. These people not left their second condo in Ottawa for any reason for the past 4 years? Have they not? Like, are they blind to this? Because if you leave your house and go to a store, you will see evidence of temporary foreign workers.
Try to get your oil changed by someone who isn't a temporary foreign worker. Just try to make that effort, and you're going to, like, if you're not going to a dealership, you are going to struggle.
Right. Yes, this exactly. Like all you need is a functioning pair of eyeballs to see that this has become a major point of concern in Canada, and yet they're like, there's nothing to see here. Then their claim that asylum seekers, the number of asylum seekers has decreased by 40% over the last year. But if that program was already overutilized by 1,000%, well, then a 40% decrease is actually nothing. Like, that is what we are saying. I don't care. Like, I care that it got this carried away. And go ahead, Sheila.
No, I was just going to say, I was going to say, if it is decreased by 40%, but it hasn't stopped the number of people coming into the country, it just means they're using another pathway.
That's right. Oh, and there are people that are bringing this up to Michelle Rempel-Garner in her Twitter posts about this issue, about all of the other programs. So temporary foreign worker program is but one of the pathways to living in Canada, and there are many, many other programs that deserve the same amount of scrutiny as a temporary foreign worker program. There are probably programs that have many, many, many more people coming into the country than the temporary foreign worker program, and we just have yet to reveal or figure out, which programs they are. But the other things that they said, the Liberals, that sort of got my fur up a little bit was, they're working to return to sustainable immigration levels, and then sort of in the same breath they're saying they're working to bring the population to sustainable levels. That makes me so uncomfortable when I hear a government talking about bringing the population. You know what I mean? Because that could mean me or you. That could be me or you. They could be prioritizing immigrants and asylum seekers while crowding out actual Canadians. And this is, I think, all of the argument is new immigrants to Canada should not have a better experience in Canada than the people that already live here. It is crazy. And what we're seeing is people are suffering. And so the suffering of Canadians should be the priority of the government.